Hello guys, welcome back to the channel Multicode. So today you all must be thinking like what are these programs? Why are we doing this? So I thought why not to go on with some of the basic programs that might help you while doing the programming in any of the languages. So these are the programs that are being often asked in the college, or these are the programs that help you to understand some of the basic concepts. So and it will help you to code, and you will get a better practice on how to use the functions, how to use swappings, how to use different if else condition and all that conditional statements, loops. So now let us explain what are these programs. First program, that is even or odd. If you enter some of the number like 2, 3, 5, you need to know what it is, even or odd. So we will be writing the program for that. Swapping of the two numbers, like if you have two values a equal to 3 and b equal to 5, so after the swap the a value should be 5 and b value should be 3. This is called swapping. We have different methods for that. Third program, factorial of a number. You might have known like in calculators you have the factorial function, like a factorial of 3 is like 3 into 2 into 1, that is 6, or the factorial of 4 is like 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 24, like that. Then prime number, to find the prime number or not, like you know what are the prime numbers, 2, 3, 5 and 7, so on, like the numbers which can be divided by 1 and itself. Okay, and then finally we have the program for the pyramid. Like there are a lot of pyramids you might have known, like uh, it can have like a triangle pyramid or an upper triangle or a lower triangle or whatever the pyramid shape. There the lot of programming code remains the same, just whatever the shape you want, just code according to that. So now let us start with our programming. For up till now you might have understood about how to code in different languages. So today I will code on what I think I should code on Java. So let us start to code on Java. I have already opened one of the programs, so let us clear whatever was there inside it. Okay, it have a lot of code, so let us open some of the simple program to have code. Let us go on with this only. Fine. You had a function and this was the main function, so let us not create that. Just quickly save it, and one more function is there. What's okay, this is the basic structure. So the best practice is, before starting coding in any of the language, just try to have a basic program run first for you, that is to print something like hello, so that we can say that our code is running. Otherwise if you create a bigger program and if it doesn't run for you, then it's a problem, right? So let us have the code and it is running, it's showing hello, so it is fine for us. Now we can code, and that will be much better for us. So what was the first program? number is even or odd. So for that, now let us take one number, right? So I will take the number as let us code for this in C++. Okay, next program we will code in Java. So let us open some basic code, and yeah, fine, this we created the last time, so let us clear all this and let's have a number int a, and then cout enter the value a, and then what we should do is to check whether a number, take the value first. Now we have taken the value of a. Now we should have one thing to check whether a number is even or odd. So basically even numbers are those which on dividing by 2 gives the remainder equal to 0. So we know one of the operators that gives the remainder. So let us have a if condition for that. If a mod means on remainder on division with 2, what's the remainder gives the modulus operator. Double equal to means check what if it equals to 0, then print or cout the number is even, and else what you can say number is odd, right? So let us copy this and say number is odd. Guess this is fine, everything should work. Let us print this in the new line through slash, and these are all the decoration part. You can do it like according to your choice, doesn't make a lot of difference in the program. So now let us run. This is a easy program, it should run without any error. So yeah, it's asking for your value, like give 3, so it is odd, the number is odd. And if you run it again and if you give some value equal to 4 or 5 6 something, so it is even. That is easy program. So now what's the second program? We should do it somewhat faster now. So it is swapping of the two numbers. So there are a lot of methods, so I will prefer like the basic method is to have a temporary variable. So let us have a simple values like direct values, int a equal to 2, b equal to 3, and now let us have a function. So to have the function, let have a void function, void swap, and let us that has the two variables int a. It can have like any name, doesn't matter, like if you have like same name, because the scope of these, what is scope? Now the scope is the variable where it can be used for. So here a and b have the scope of this function only, and here this a and b has the scope of the function inside the main function, that is this, inside this braces, curly braces. Now let us pass this value into the function. Swap function is there. We have want the two values a comma b. Okay, fine. Now what we need to do is like have some new variable temp. Now let us put the value of a in temp. Temp equal to a and a equal to b and b equal to temp. Okay, fine. And now print the value. See out the value of a and similarly the value of b. Slash and now let us copy these two things and for let us print the value before swap and after swap. That will make much better understanding for you. The value of a before swap and this should be also before swap. And the value of swap, and these are the values after swaps, right? This is easy one. Now let us run the program. So you can see the value of a was 2 and the value of b was 3 before swap, and after swap the value of a becomes 3 and after swap the value of becomes 2. This is called swapping. There are a lot of ways you can even do this, like if you don't want to use the temporary variable. Okay, so what we should do is like a equal to a plus b. This is without a temporary variable. Okay, now what happened here is like we should write in comments a got the sum of both. Now what we should do is like you want the value of b in a, so do it like that. B equal to b a minus b, because the value of b didn't change, and now you got the value of b as a, because let us assume it was sum of sum equal to 5, so right, equal sum of both is 5. Fine. Now the value of a was 3, so now b will be 5 minus 3, b equal to 5 minus, what is the value of b before is 3. Okay, so 5 minus 3, so what will it give? Equal to 2. So b has got the value of 2, and finally to get the value of a equal to a minus a minus b, what is my 5 minus b, that is 2 after this statement. So what value will it be? 3. Okay, so let us do this. A equal to a minus b, and finally save this and run it again. I guess it will give the same output that we got last time, right? 2 3 and 3 2, because but this is without the use of temporary variable. Okay, fine. Let us go with the next program, that is the factorial of a number. Okay, so now let us go with the next program, that is the factorial of a number. Why not to change only the function part and get the value? Let we have the same variable. Let us print something over here, like enter the number to find the factorial. Okay, and let us not have any initial value. We should have like value, like Cn, the value we want for is a. And now let us pass this and change the name of the function, that is fact. Okay, now fact is there. Save the function, and now what you need to do is first remove this line. What we understood from the factorial explanation is that any number what you got is either the multiplication from that number to the 0 or from 1 to that number. So why not to code in a better way, like to start from 1 and then code up and then multiply up to that number? That will be much easier, right? So for let us have the variable initialization I. You can have the initialization inside also, but better to initialize before I equal to 1. I less than equal to what is the number? Now we have only one parameter, that is a, and it should be equal to a because we want the multiplication up to that number. And what we need to do is I plus plus, and let us have the variable like int facto here. Okay, fine. We have the variable int factorial equal to, let us assume it to be 1 at the starting, so that we can have like in the loop factorial. Okay, it's giving you the hint, like you have this variable factorial again into whatever the value of I. So first what will happen, like first the value of factorial is 1 1 into the value of I is also 1, so 1 into 1. For the next time the value of I will be 2 and the factorial value is 1, so 1 into 2. The next time the value of factorial will be 2 and the value of I will be 3, so 2 into 3, and so on. We can calculate the factorial. And now we should print the value of factorial of a is factorial. Okay, right? Do we need something else? No, I guess. So let us save this program and run the program. Okay, it's asking for a number. Let us have the simple value of 4. So it's giving the value of the factorial of 4 is 24. Let us put some spaces to have the clear visibility. Again, and over here also one space is required. Okay, now let us have like for checking purpose, give the value of 3. That is much easy for calculation. So the factorial of 3 is 6. Basic mathematics, 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 3 is 6. Okay, fine. So the answer is correct. We know that. So for going with the next program, that is prime or not. So you might be thinking why I'm coding only on one of the language. So let us code something on C also. Just the printing part makes the difference. So now let us have a C program. Fine. Okay, this is the C program. So now you want to have like a prime number or not. So int, let us take some number. Okay, fine. Now we need to print something. So and see how do you do that is printf and inside the printf like gives enter the number to check prime. Okay, and now what's the basic understanding of a prime? Let us have a scanf first. Scanf and percentage d comma ampersand number. That's why I don't like to code much in C, because it has a lot of these parts. So where were we? Okay, fine, we were talking about like what's the prime number. So prime number is the one which is divided by itself or by 1. So leave about the 1 because every number is divisible by 1. Let us check whether if a number is divisible by itself, then it's a prime. If it has the more than one factor, then it's not a prime. So let us have a loop for that. For let us create a one flag variable, int flag equal to have the value equal to 0. So if for inside the for I equal to, let us start with the 2 and I less than equal to what you can say 3. Oh no, you want the number, right? And I plus plus, let us go with equal to. Fine, because we want to be it's divided by itself also. And what we need to do, if the number is divisible by, so divisible means you find the remainder of that number by dividing by I gives the result equal to 0, then we should do is that increment the flag. So we already talk about the an array operator that is plus plus to increment the value. Okay, flag. So this is all what we need to code. And again one more loop, like to check flag double equal to 1, print f it's prime else right? Printf, it's not a prime. So here what happen is like, if number starts with 2 and it goes up to 2, if any number, like if you take an example of 4 divisible by starting with 2, it will be divisible and the flag will increment. Again for 3 it won't be divisible, again for 4 it will be divisible and incremented again. So if on the number has only one fact, if only one divisor, that is itself, then the flag will increment only by 1, right? And if it's incremented only by 1, then it's a prime, otherwise it's not a prime. So let us save the program. And okay, something is running, so let us close this and save the program and run. Okay, we didn't declare the variable I, so save the program. Small mistakes can happen, just don't get worried about for that. So okay, it's asking for your value, like let us have a value is equal to 6, so it's not a prime because it will increment the variable flag for 2 times. So now let us give the value equal to 7, so it's a prime. Let us give some bigger value, that is 29. You know that's a prime, right? So let us give the value equal to 29, so it's a prime. So it's the program is working correctly. So finally we want to code the last program, that is to create a pyramid. So why not to code in some different language, that is Java. So here let us print a pyramid like this. So first let us have the comment section over here, and let us have the pyramid like star. Then again on next line we have 2 stars, then again on next line we have 3 stars, then again on next line we have 4 stars, and so on, like 5 stars. Okay, so how to print the pyramid like this? Just observe what is the condition going on. This is the first line, right? And how many stars we have? 1 star. This is the second line, right? And how many stars we have? 2 stars, and so on. So basic thing is that a loop is running and another loop is printing the stars. For the first loop is there, the inside that loop the other loop is running for 1 time. For the second time iteration, the inner loop is running for 2 times, and so on. So what you can say is that we have 2 loops. So let us have the variable like int I comma j, and if you want something more we will initialize it later on. And you want is that to have a loop. So for loop and I equal to 0, I less than equal to, let us say for 5, because we have 5 values, and I plus plus. And again inside that loop we have one more loop, right? So for j equal to 0, and what the condition is that j should be less than or equal to I, and the same thing, that is I j plus plus. And for this, what we need to do is to print the star. So system dot out dot println we want, and here inside that, okay, system dot out is there, system dot out dot println, and we need to print a star, right? Without any space, without anything. Okay, fine, let us give one space. That looks much better, right? And make sure you don't print have this print ln, because you don't want the stars for like after every star. You don't want a enter or the next line. We want the next line only if the loop ends. So when does the loop ends? It ends only after the j loop ends. So here just use system.out.println. Okay, system.out.println is here. Okay, and here don't need to print something, so this is fine, I guess. Save it and let us run. If some error is there, we will check. Okay, it doesn't have any error, and you can observe like a pyramid, a well beautiful pyramid is over there. So now let us have one more pyramid for the final coding, like a somewhat different pyramid. Why not to print it upper triangle? Okay, fine, let us reverse this pyramid. Okay, like you have like lot of variation that can happen. So just like first line has a 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Okay, this we shouldn't print. Now how we should print? So the first line remains the same. What else you want? You want the number that is equal to 5. Okay, we should run like, or let us start with 0 only, and it should be 5 minus I. 5 minus I. So the first time it will have the value equal to 4. No, 5 only, right? It shouldn't be equal. So first time it will have the value equal to 5, so it will run for 5 times. Second time it has the value equal to 1, I equal to 1, so so here the value will be 4, so it will run for 4 times, then for 3 times, then for 2 times, then for 1 time. I guess this should work. And you got to know, like, only one line, only one part we change, and we got the upper pyramid also. Do you want? Now you might have got like how to print different pyramids. Now let us finally have like one more pyramid equal to like this. That is like one space, 2 space, 3 space, and star. Like how many lines we have? Like in second line we have 2 space, 1, 2, and 2 stars, 1 and 2 stars, with 1 space over in center. And for third line we have 1 space and 1 star, is 2 stars space 3 stars. So what's going on is like we have like 2 loops inside our main loop. That is first loop to have the spaces, and second loop to have like stars. Okay, so let us have the 2 loops for let us increment one more variable first here, like k, and now let us copy this. I don't like to code much. or write a program much. And now we have like value equal to k equal to 0, and how many spaces we want is equal to the number of lines we have. So k, first line has 3 spaces, right? So how we will get like 3 spaces for k is less than equal, not equal to 5. Okay, let us have the value of 5 lines. We showed for 3 lines, simply have for 5 lines k minus I and k plus plus k. So first time it will have the 5 space, then 4 spaces, then 3 spaces. So what you need to do is print like system.out.print system.out.println, and you don't want all this, you just want one space over here. Make sure you don't print ln. And what else you need to do is like to print stars, and how many stars is equal to the number of the lines we have, so I. And for printing the stars we have the same function, and after the both of the loop we want the enter, right? So let us have the enter for that, and then save the program and then rerun it again. So yeah, we got like complete pyramid. This is what a real pyramid looks like. Okay, so now you might have got like how to, what a really a small change can make a lot of difference in the shapes and sizes. So if you want like number of lines, you can have like number of lines as an input, like an input of number like 5. We have the default value equal to 5, we can have the number for that as well. So now you got to know like for the different programming languages the code remains almost the same. Just try to understand the basic coding and you can code in any of the languages. And these are the basic programs. Try to utilize these concepts are really important. That is much important for you, not like to mug up the code, because here we already know that the syntax remains the same. Why do mug up the same line again and again, right? Just understand it for once and you can code in any of the time. Thank you, hope you like these video. So make sure you subscribe on this channel and make sure you like the video. Thank you.